I'm often asked why I offer free content. I'm going to share that with you today. Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Now, today's show is brought to us by Savvy Cleaner Training, which is a brand new program for the first time ever is released in a new format that I'm going to be sharing with you this week. This is part 2 of an episode of 5 introductory phases of the business. So I would like to share it with you and how it applies to you as a house cleaner. Today I'm going to share with you why I offer free content. I get asked this question all the time. It's because we have tons of YouTube videos that we've put out on the internet. We put out 20 social media pieces a day on a variety of different platforms, and we have a free book that is available to you on Amazon. Why are we giving it all away for free? All right, so back to yesterday's episode. Quick review for those of you that did not hear it. In January 1st of 2016, I launched a new phase of my business because I needed to be a stay-at-home person instead of commuting as a house cleaner and as a corporate trainer to different cleaning organizations and cleaning companies. So I pivoted and I decided to move online. As I moved online, I created a book. It was a textbook and it had no illustrations in it. And I created blogs that had no illustrations. And I'm an avid reader, and so to me, just books of text make my heart sing. But what I found is in the internet space, there were a bunch of people that were now moving into a phase of graphics. They love graphics. They're like, can you show us a picture and illustrate what it is you're talking about? And I was like, wow, how do I get pictures? And so there would be like a little tiny picture on one of the pages, and I didn't know anything at all about pixels. I didn't know anything at all about the internet and how sizes work and, the different color codes from print graphics to RGB graphics, which are web graphics. I didn't know any of that stuff. All right, so now I'm in this weird unknown land, and I'm trying to figure it out. And for everything I try to figure out, it comes down to one thing. If you're running a business, for everything that you say yes to, you're going to end up saying no to a bunch of other things. And at the time, my phone was ringing off the hook with coaching and consulting calls where people were saying, hey, I've got a quick question about this. The more information you release, the more people came to me and said, hey, I got a question. Okay, so if I answer all the questions, I cannot then create content that I can work into my learning library. And so one of my strategies was if I give you a book, all the information will be in the book, and I can go back with the time that I've just saved myself. I can go back and I can learn about the graphics. I can learn how to intertwine graphics with my blog. I can figure out how the blog thing works. I can figure out WordPress and how to make a website and how to put the blog on a website and how to add pictures and then how to add and create a learning library. And so in order for me to buy my time back, I offered a free book that was available on Amazon. It's called How to Start Your Own House Cleaning Company. And I was super excited about it because it's all the basics of everything that you need to know. Now, during the time that I was creating the new learning library, because my time became such a prized commodity, my rates went through the roof for consulting. And back in 2017, in the fall of 2017, my consulting fees went up to $1,000 an hour. Now, my specialty is in troubleshooting and finding people's blind spots. So people would hire me after they'd already hired other expensive trainers, after they'd already gone through gobs of trial and error, and their businesses were just stuck. Then they would hire me and say, what do you see that I'm missing? And I have this very keen knack of reading between the lines. You tell me things and I can hear things that you're saying or things that you are insinuating, and I can ask you questions and say, hey, is this what's really going on? Oh yeah, that is what's going on. I never thought of it that way. My ability to help you see things that you haven't thought of that way often unlocks the door for you to go back and fix those problems. So it's not that you need to hire me for weeks or months, but my specialty are in blind spots, and my time became a very prized commodity. So by offering free information, it gave away a lot of those answers that people were just seeking as they were starting their businesses. So that is reason number 1 why we gave information away for free. The second thing is, as I created this amazing library of text, we did several beta tests. And the beta test came back and said, where are the videos? We don't read. We want videos that explain to us what we're supposed to do. And I was like, videos? I'm a house cleaner. I'm not a filmmaker. I don't understand videos. I'm only one person. I don't have a camera crew. I don't know how to make videos. And so I realized in order for me to move through the next tomorrow, I had to learn some new video skills. I had to get on camera, and oh my goodness, if you've seen my earlier YouTube shows, they're horrible, absolutely horrible. I was so scared. I've never talked to a camera lens because there's no reaction. There's nothing coming back. I'm looking at you right now like you're talking to me, like you're having a conversation with me. And when I'm filming, you're not actually there. It's just a camera lens. And I'd never actually talked just to a camera lens. I didn't know how to do that. So scared. Oh, I was so petrified to get in front of the camera, and it shows on my early videos. But I decided that I had to go through that ugly, awkward phase in order to learn the skills that I needed so that I could provide you a better user experience. I'm committed to that. So I pushed through. I forced myself to create one YouTube video every single day. Every single day for 600 days, I created a YouTube video for you. Now, at the end of 600 days, I pulled it back to 5 days a week so that I could pursue the learning library and the other things I was doing on the other 2 days a week and only bring you videos 5 days a week, so Monday through Friday. Now, having said that, why do we give all this information away for free? Here's the reason why. As I've been building out this learning library for you, there are tests that need to be done. If I put some information out there and no one responds, there's no reason to spend any of your time going over that information with you. But if we get 432 responses on that particular piece of information, and there are questions and there are things I didn't cover, things I might have missed, that helps me round out the learning library so I can present better information to you. So we've been testing all of our material over the last couple of years, which is the reason why I've been giving information away for free, reason number 2. The third reason we've been giving information away for free is not just so that we could test it, but so that we could figure out what is important to you as a house cleaner. Now, we've been testing it to Facebook groups. We've been testing it to the public. And so there are homeowners that have jumped in and have responded to our comments and have said this would never work for us, and here's the reason why. It's research and development. And so as we've done all of this free content, we've heard from our homeowners, we've heard from our professional house cleaners, and we've heard from Airbnb hosts that do their turnover service. And so what's really interesting to me is we've gotten a very well-rounded approach of all the things that we're coming together to teach you in the new learning library. And so that is the third reason, is it is our research and development. I also started a private Facebook group, which is what I'm going to talk to you about in tomorrow's episode, what I've learned from having private Facebook groups and how I've used it to grow my business. But the short version, and one of the reasons why, is because I've been able to talk to, on a global scale, house cleaners from all over the globe on how would you deal with these specific circumstances. All right, so don't miss tomorrow's episode. It's going to be a special episode for you, and it might help you revolutionize the way that you think about your business. All right, if you found this helpful, please pass it on to a friend. If we've earned your subscription, please subscribe. And until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.